This has to be one of our least favorite chores around here. Trimming weeds. It's a hot, dirty, sticky, messy job. Involves ticks and bugs and all kinds of mess. But we don't like to spray because we don't like what's in weed spray. And we have free-ranging chickens and all that glyphosate or glyphosate weed killer stuff seeps into the groundwater. It just messes up the soil, it kills the bees, kills the birds, causes cancer. So that's why we don't spray. And in fact, the power company goes along the right-of-way and they spray every year, and we have since put up do not spray signs, and we just try to manage our right-of-ways on our own. So as I said, we don't like to spray because of all the cancer-causing chemicals in weed killer, and we really try to prevent the power company from spraying and the other utilities from spraying our right-of-ways because they kill the bees. Jason over at Cog Hill Farm made a video last year, I think, that they sprayed his county road, and then not too long after that all his bees were dead. And we see that happening around here too, so we have do not spray signs that we've put up so that we can kind of manage it ourselves. And up until now we've just been running a string trimmer and trying to keep up with it, but today's video is going to be sponsored by Gobbler, because they make a product that is organic, 100% glyphosate free. It's a 20% vinegar based weed killer derived entirely from corn grown in the US, and like I said, it's certified organic. So we are going to give it a try, put it to the test and see if it really works, and if it does, we may have a better solution than running a string trimmer all the time to maintain our right-of-ways and our fence lines and all of that. So we're gonna get started and see if this stuff works. Okay, this stuff comes in like 1 gallon, 5 gallon, 55 gallon. You can get them in IBC totes, whatever you need. We got 5 gallons. Be very careful with this stuff. Don't get it in your eyes. It will blind you. This is a non-discriminant herbicide, so basically whatever it touches, it kills. You want to make sure that you're putting it on with a sprayer in direct sunlight and where there's no wind, because you don't want any drift, because whatever it touches, it kills. And you don't dilute it, you put it on full strength right out of the container. This is a 20% vinegar based herbicide that's about 4 times stronger than table vinegar, but like I said, it doesn't contain any nasty chemicals that can leach into your groundwater or, you know, pollute your soil. Okay, today's probably the perfect day to do this because it's blazing hot, full sun, and no wind. So we're going to try and do this as quick as we can so we don't bake ourselves to death. And we're going to go down to the gate, spray around there a little bit, and go along the right-of-way a little bit and see what we end up with. You definitely don't want to breathe it. You definitely don't want to get it in your eyes. pretty strong stuff. So we're gonna let that sit for 48 hours. Come back and see what we got. So we'll see you then. So it's the next day. Hasn't even been 24 hours. I wanted to come out here and see if it was working. So looks like it is. You can see this brown strip along this fence row. Works pretty good. I'm gonna walk over. Let's see. Let's look at this gate over here. So we sprayed around this rock, and it is turning gray. It's not brown yet, but definitely working. I don't know. Kind of impressed. Let's go look at the right-of-ways where we sprayed around the power pole. Well, you can see that it's turning brown in this little space that I was doing a test in just not even 24 hours. So I'm pretty impressed. This stuff works. I think I'm going to check that other pole, and then I'm probably just going to spray this whole thing now that I know it works. Here's the other pole. This is a whole mix of all kinds of different weeds. It hasn't really started to take yet here, a little bit here. This just doesn't get as much sun during the day. I'm wondering if the sun really activates it quite a bit more. But this area is starting to wilt, but it's not brown like a couple of the other areas up there. So I'm still going to spray this whole area, clean this all up, and then we'll have a nice cleaned up right away. Well, it's been a couple more days. I wanted to test this out in a couple more places. This is our fire pit. I sprayed around it. Everything died. I gotta say, man, I guess the verdict is 2 thumbs up and 5 stars, because this stuff does work. If you're looking for an organic weed spray to kill your weeds, you know, without all the cancer-causing chemicals, I can definitely recommend Green Gobbler. Also, as you can see, I sprayed around the solar panels. This has always been kind of a challenge to trim around because they're so low, and until we get them on a permanent ground mount that's up off the ground, I think this spray will be a much better solution. This stuff hasn't hurt the chickens at all. Blueberry and her babies have been around here. So far so good. You can get this stuff at Home Depot, and if not, you can get it directly off Amazon. I'll leave a link below if you're interested in that. Other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.